Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I will do the full season 109 walkthrough and I will give you guides for all the fights in the green line from 1 until 25. There is timestamp in the video bar if you want to go to the one you want. Now, as always, you need 2 Z tiers and you put them in the bench. You bring the 2 Z tier for the last 10 fights. I explained what are the best Z tier and more on about that in the route video I made last week or last Wednesday. You can go back and check that if you want to know which ones are the best for your team. Of course, you don't need the high boost team. You can use any team you want that you have high star or good synergy from and put them in. Just add 2 Z tier in the bench for the last 10 fights. The recommended one are on the route video. Now, a warning for this season specifically, I wouldn't advise taking too many blue units because there is so many strong green enemies, especially fight number 25 and 13. There is this Rose fight where he supers turn one someone and you cannot counter it, and if you have a character he's gonna super him and maybe he's gonna kill him. There is also fights with this green 16, and this green 16 can super if you attack him too much, and if you have a lot of blue units you're gonna attack him a couple of times because you're not gonna eliminate him as soon as possible, and it's gonna be very bad. For me, I'm having 3 blue characters. I wanted to use the EX Gohan because he's Z tier, but I restrained myself because of the green enemies. I would advise maximum 2 blues, but sometimes you can use 3 blue if one of them is tanky, or if you have a lot of purple. I would advise taking some purple, some strong one for this season. It's gonna be very helpful. For example, in this fight versus Rose, I'm gonna bench 2 of my blues and just keep one on my team. The one healthiest is gonna be staying, or probably is gonna be the Gamma for the healing, and having double purple is gonna help me a bit. Same for the 16 fight, so it's not gonna be too annoying dealing with them. This team I'm gonna use it for this season, and my gameplay I will record it next week. It's gonna be on Sunday or Saturday next week, so if you want to watch me specifically play, you can wait. Otherwise, I will give you the guides for this season. Now, for the equipment, like always, have a C equip on everyone, Clash equip on everyone, and the third equip is gonna depend on the character you have. As you can see here on screen, for example, I have a melee character, so I will give him this equipment, and for range, defense or support type, you can just check the screen line. Of course, you need to friendship is important. I would say your main unit, you need them at friendship 10. Like I said before, you don't need to change your team every season, so friendship 10 won over time. And for your bench, at least friendship 5 is advised. Now for star requirement, it's right here. You can pause if you want to check it out. Don't use low star units, especially below 7 star units, because they will die on you very quickly and you might get relegated. Same for Zenkais, they need to be Zenkai, don't use them in a non-Zenkai state. I put a team video last Thursday, you can check it out if you want to. There is some high boost team in that. In some fights, you're gonna need to change to strikes or blast, and to do that it's super easy. You just click on this icon and you can switch between the art you want to use. You just go based on the strongest art. If you have a strike team, you change everyone to full strike. If you have a blast team, change everyone to full blast. But a couple of them you need to use one specific. For example, the Android fights with 16, there is 5 strike covers, so we need our team to go full blast to avoid the covers, because there is too many that will stop you and you will take too long and maybe you can't full KO. The enemy also is gonna do too much damage for you. That's basically it. If you don't know how to change between strike and blast, just come back to this part of this video. Basically, if I say go full strike, you change every single one here to strike. If I say go to full blast, you change everyone to blast. In TOP, you always need to take either a blast team or a strike team, so you can have a lot of Z ability. For example, I have mainly a strike team, so I have strike attack Z abilities mainly. For example, this Gamma 2 has strike attack, Bojack has strike attack, this Tapion has strike attack for powerful opponent, and this other Tapion has some strike attack. I don't have too many blast attack, and my character are mainly melee based, so my team is strike based. If you have range based character and mainly blast attack characters, you're gonna have a blast team. Let's start with the first one. It's a very simple one. The truest above. what you do is you take the Vegeta first because he can auto-explode when he attacks and he's below 15% HP, but he's so slow, he attacks at very late in the turn, and you probably can attack him 6 times before he even lands his attack, and he won't auto-explode. So you take him first, eliminate him before he does it, and you'll be fine. Second is gonna be the tag Vegeta and Trunks. They don't cover, so don't worry about changing Blast or Strike, you can keep it. You take them second because they are the strongest unit among the 6 and they're gonna be very annoying. So if you have a lot of weak or low star or EX's purple or red unit, I would try to avoid taking them for this one because they can take a lot of damage from this unit. But if they are very strong and tanky, it's fine, you can take them. Third is gonna be the Gohan, because Gohan gets damage every time an ally dies. Fourth is gonna be Kefla. Now, if you have a lot of Goku in your team, you take Kefla then Gohan because Kefla gets extra damage versus Goku's. Fifth is gonna be Charlotte, and sixth is gonna be the EX Goku. Now let me recap. You do Vegeta, then Vegeta and Trunks. Third is gonna be Gohan. Fourth is gonna be Kefla. Unless you have a lot of Goku, you do Kefla then Gohan. Fifth is gonna be Charlotte, and sixth is gonna be EX Goku. Now let's get to fight number 2, which is this one. It's not the hardest, it's not super easy, however it's just a 3-fish, so you won't struggle too much. For this one, if you have a full blast team, you take DKP first to avoid the debuffs to 2. If you have a strike team or a mixed team, you take the Goku first, then you take the DKP second. Third is gonna be Bulma. Fourth is gonna be the Android 8. Android 8 has some death buff, he gives 20% damage to allies, but we are just leaving 2 EXs at the end, so it doesn't matter too much. Fifth is gonna be EX Tao, he get some crits, so he's a little bit more annoying than the Roshi, and Roshi is gonna go last. So let me recap how we go about this fight. First is gonna be DKP if you have a full blast team. If you do not have a full blast team, you take Goku first. Second is gonna be DKP or Bulma, and the other is gonna be third. For full blast team, DKP first, second is either Goku and Bulma, and the other is gonna be third. Fourth is gonna be Android 8. Fifth is gonna be Tao, and sixth is gonna be the EX Roshi. Now let's get to fight number 3, which is the 3-fist above it. And right now we are taking the 3-fist, you are going easy, staying healthy, and it's gonna be very important for the end. For this fight, what you do, if you have a full blast team, you take Gohan then Pan. If you have a strike or a mixed team, you take Pan then Gohan, because Pan can cover strike, and we're trying to avoid that. Third is gonna be the Goten or Videl, they are the 2 more annoying. I would take Goten for me most of the time. Videl is gonna go fourth, unless you have a lot of purple, you take Videl before Goten. Fifth is gonna be the Goku, he doesn't do too much, just some death buff that gives HP, so the death buff are useless. Sixth is gonna be a Hercule, and that's basically it. We are taking Hercule 6 because he can get some buffs when he goes below 50% HP and debuff your entire team, so take him late. Now let me recap. If you have a full blast team, you take the Gohan then Pan. If you have a strike or mixed team, you take the Pan then Gohan. Third is gonna be Goten or Videl, depending on what you want. The other is gonna be fourth. Most of the time you take Goten because he's a little bit more annoying. Fifth is gonna be Goku, and sixth is gonna be the Hercule. Now let's get to fight number 4, which is this one. Very easy again. For this one, you just need to take either Oob or the Baby first. They're both support units, and I would do it based on your attack order. If you have fast green units and purple units, you take Baby first. If you have fast red units, you take the Oob first, and the other is gonna go second. Third is gonna be the EX Baby. Fourth is gonna be the Janemba. Fifth is gonna be the Oob. Oob gets a lot of buffs when he goes below 60% HP, so we delay his attacks. And sixth is gonna be the Janemba. Now, if you have a full strike team, go full strike, and you're gonna change your order a little bit. First and second is still gonna be the Oob and Baby. Now third, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the Red Janemba. I'm doing that for full strike because Red Janemba, if you use a blast on him, he's gonna nullify it first and stun someone. So 2 attacks are gonna be nulled, which is a little bit annoying. Now fourth is gonna be the EX Baby. Fifth is gonna be the purple Janemba, and sixth is gonna put Majuba at the end if you go full strike. Now let me recap. If you have a blast team or a mixed team, you take either baby or Oob first, then second. Third is gonna be the EX baby. Fourth is gonna be purple Janemba. Fifth is gonna be the red Majou, and last is gonna be red Janemba. If you have a full strike team, you do Oob or baby first and second. Third, red Janemba. Fourth is gonna be EX baby. Fifth is purple Janemba, and the last is gonna be EX Majou. For fight number 5, just be careful. Don't put anyone in the 2 spots here, because you have the Kale who debuffs 30% defense, which means your character will have 30% more damage received, and they will take a lot of damage from the enemy. So avoid putting anyone in the 2 spots here, the middle one and the top middle. So let's get to the fight. This one is very simple. If you have a full blast team, you take the Goku then Broly. If you have a mixed strike blast team, you take the Broly then Goku. So you avoid the Broly cover, he can cover strike, and just in case he's covering Goku, take him before him. Third is gonna be Bardock, he gets some Super Saiyan support and he gets some crits, so we take him third. And 4 to 6 is gonna be these 3 units, just depending on your team. To be fair, if you have like a lot of blue units, you take this scale 4th. Otherwise, I would take her 6th and try to Rise and Rush her. Sorry, for Kale, if you have a lot of yellow character, you take her 4th, not blue characters. Now let me recap. What you do is, if you have a full blast team, you take the Goku then Broly. If you have a strike or mixed team, you take the Broly then Goku. Now third is gonna be the Bardock, who's giving crits to allies, Super Saiyan allies. Then 4 to 5 is gonna be this 3 character. If you have a lot of yellow, you take the Kale 4th. If you do not, you take her 6th, and the other is gonna be 4 and 5. Now let's get to fight number 6. For this one, you just take red Broly first. He can stun and transform turn 3. He would attack 2 times 2, so it's annoying. You take him first as soon as you can. Plus he's super slow turn 1, so you can eliminate him before he attacks. Second is gonna be Videl. Videl support allies, and she's the second most annoying character, so we take her second. Third, we're gonna do Goten, because he's a little bit more recent than the others, and he has some support to Gohan. He is also the more annoying character after the 2 Broly and Videl. Fourth is gonna be the EX Gohan. Fifth is Goku, gives death buff, and 6th is gonna be the purple Broly. Now let me recap. You do Broly, Videl, Goten, then you go to Gohan, the Goku, and finish with the purple Broly. Fight number 7 is gonna be the future one. For this one, you need to take the tag character here first, because they can tag switch when they attack type disadvantage, but not when they get attack type disadvantage. So you can eliminate them before they do that. Plus they can stack damage on hit, and they are the most annoying character. Second is gonna be this blue Trunks. Unless you have Frieza Force character, if you do have the Frieza Force character, you're gonna take the yellow Trunks second, and the blue one is gonna be third. Now we need to take this blue Trunks before killing any Gohan, because he can super when a Gohan is dead. So basically, if you don't have any Frieza Force, you take the blue Trunks, and the yellow one is gonna go last or 6th. Now third is gonna be the tag character. If you took the blue Trunks second, the tag character are gonna go 4th if you took the yellow than blue Trunks. Basically, this tag character can support and tag switch, so they're more annoying than the others. 4th is gonna be the yellow Gohan. The yellow Gohan can support when you attack him, so we take him a little bit later. 5th is gonna be the EX Gohan, and last is gonna be the yellow Trunks. Now, if you don't have any Frieza Force and you took him last, you can take him 5th if you have a high damaging team and try to Rising Rush the EX at the end. Basically, high damaging team, you take the Trunks 5, and the EX Gohan is gonna go 6th. Now let me recap. You take first the tag Android in any cases. Second is gonna be the blue Trunks. Unless you have the Frieza Force character in your team, you take yellow Trunks, then blue Trunks. If you don't, you take blue Trunks, then the tag character. Then you're gonna take the future Gohan, EX Gohan, and you finish with the yellow Trunks. If you have a high damaging team, you can do yellow Trunks 5th, and you finish with EX Gohan last. Number 8 is the same as number 1. You can go back to that with timestamp if you want more in depth. But basically, you take Majin Vegeta, tag Vegeta and Trunks, Third is gonna be Gohan, unless you have a lot of Gokus. If you do, you take Kefla third and Gohan fourth. If you do not, you take Gohan and Kefla. Fifth is gonna be the Charlotte, and sixth is gonna be the Goku. Avoid taking any weak purple or red character, for example, All Star purple, EX purple character, or EX red character, or Low Star red character, because this tag will do a lot of damage, or they will do the most damage, and it's gonna be a little bit annoying for you if they take 2 hits from them. Now let's get to the next one. Number 9 is not super hard. What you do is you take the Piccolo first. He's the most annoying, and he can debuff permanently on attack, so we take him first and try to avoid too much attacks from him. Second and third is gonna be either Oob or Cooler. Both of them get stronger turn 2, so they will do more damage, and also the Oob can support. So if you don't know what to do, just take Oob then Cooler. If you know the targeting of your team, basically if you have slow red attacking, you take Oob second. If you have slow purple attacking, you take Cooler second, and the other is gonna go third. Fourth is gonna be the Rildo. Fifth is gonna be EX Baby. And sixth is gonna be the Super 17, who can nullify the first blast you use on him. And we tried to take him at the end because it's gonna take longer to eliminate him. Now let me recap. You take Piccolo, then second and third either Oob or Cooler. Fourth is gonna be the Rildo, who can debuff HP restore on attack. Fifth is gonna be the EX Baby. And sixth is gonna be the Super 17. Now let's get to fight number 10. For this one, avoid putting anyone in the middle row, because the EX Vegeta is gonna debuff 15% blast defense or blast damage received, which means characters that are gonna be in the row here, they will take a lot of damage from last attack from the enemy team, and it's gonna be super annoying. For number 10, what you do is you take the purple Trunks first, because he can cover both blast and strike, and he can attack 2 times, so he's a little bit annoying. Second is gonna be the Tag Unit. They are the hardest hitting character, and they're gonna do a lot to your team if you leave them later. Third is gonna be the Blue Trunks. He also hits pretty hard for an old LL, and you're gonna take him third. If you can go full blast, I would advise it, because there is 1 strike cover. However, it's just 1, and if you have a heavy strike team, you can keep it strike and take the cover, no problem. Fourth is gonna be the free-to-play Blue Trunks. He can support and he can debuff, but the debuff we cannot avoid it because it's start of battle. However, we take him fourth because he's a little bit stronger than the other 2. For the Vegeta, the EX, we take him fifth. He loses all his buffs when 4 other Vegeta clan allies dies, and we're gonna eliminate him before him, and we take him fifth. Sixth is gonna be basically the green Vegeta. He's a little bit tankier than the red one, and we're gonna try to Rising Rush him. Now let me recap. You do purple Trunks, the Tag Unit, then the blue LL Trunks. After that, the blue free-to-play Trunks, the EX Vegeta, and we finish with the Sparking Vegeta. This is fight number 11. It's the same as fight number 7. You can use the timestamp to go back for more details, but let me recap. Basically what you do is you take the Tag Androids first regardless. Second is gonna be the blue Trunks. Unless you have a lot of Frieza Force character in your team, you're gonna do yellow Trunks then blue Trunks, because yellow Trunks can get extra damage versus Frieza Force. Now regardless on what you do, you always eliminate the blue Trunks before any Gohan, because he can super when a Gohan is dead. After this blue Trunks, you take the Tag Unit, then you take the yellow Gohan, and you finish with the EX Gohan. If you took, you didn't take yellow Trunks early, you take him 6th, and it's gonna be the Tag Unit, the blue Trunks, then it's gonna be the EX Tag Unit, yellow Gohan, EX green Gohan, and yellow Trunks is gonna be last. Unless you have any Frieza Force, you take him earlier. Now let's get to fight number 12. This one, not too difficult. What I would advise is do not take any Super Saiyan if possible. If you have only 2 Super Saiyan, I would advise to bench them, because this Mecha Frieza can debuff all your team HP restore by 50% if you have any Super Saiyan. And it's gonna be super annoying if you are trying to heal. So if you can bench your Super Saiyan, please do it, and it will be advisable. Now if you cannot, it's fine, just take them, and you're just gonna heal a little bit less. For this fight, what you do is you take the full power first. He can nullify a blast and super, but if you take him first, we're gonna eliminate him before he attacks, and it's the same as Majin Vegeta that auto explode in fight 1, so we take him early to avoid that. Second is gonna be Mecha Frieza. He's the most annoying after him. Third is gonna be Pod Frieza. Now, he's not as annoying as the EX, but the EX can get allies support if you attack him, and we try to eliminate all the hard hitters before he does the support, and we take the Pod Frieza before the Red Frieza. Now 4 to 6 is gonna be the 3 EXs. If your team doesn't do a lot of damage, you take the EX Red 6, and it's gonna be 4 and 5 with this too. If you have a lot of yellow units, I would advise to take this EX Frieza 4th, not 6th, because he's gonna do a lot of damage to yellow units, type advantage, and we try to eliminate him as soon as we can. That's basically it. Let me recap. Take Full Power first, then the Mecha Frieza second, third is gonna be the Pod Blue Frieza, then 4 to 6 is gonna be these 3 EXs. Most likely you take the EX Frieza 6, unless you have a lot of yellows and you want to avoid his annoying attacks on type advantage, sorry, we take him 4th and the other 5 and 6. Now let's get to number 13, which is the first very hard fight. But before, just don't put any character in the bottom row, because Blue Zamasu can debuff defense, and it's gonna be very annoying, especially because this team has so many debuffs. If you're gonna stack that extra one, your team is gonna take a lot of damage, so don't put anyone in the bottom row because of Blue Zamasu's debuffs. For this fight, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I would really advise to bench your blue units and don't bring too many blues. Bring your purples if you have them, it's gonna be important. But what you do is you take this Rose first. He's gonna super, you cannot do too much about it because he's super fast and he's gonna super someone. If you have a blue low HP especially, you're gonna do a lot of damage to it. Second is gonna be either Goku Black. Now if your team doesn't do a lot of damage, I would advise to take the red Black and the blue Goku Black, because the red Goku Black start debuffing from turn 3. Now fourth is gonna be the red Zamasu. Red Zamasu could strike cover. If you can go full blast, sorry, do it. If you cannot and your team is too strike heavy, you keep the strike, it's fine, it's just one cover. And we take him fourth because he can build some gauge, and if we leave him too late, maybe he supers. Even if he has death buff, we try to eliminate him before the end. Fifth is gonna be the green Merge Zamasu, and last is gonna be the blue one. The blue one get buffs when you attack him, and he can debuff your entire team to defense, I believe, when you attack him, so we're gonna keep him at the very end, so he's not as annoying, and maybe we try to Rising Rush him and not attack him at all. Now let's get to the next fight, which is number 14. It's the exact same as number 3, you can go back to that with timestamp if you want more details, but basically if you have a full blast team, you take Gohan then Pan. If you have a full strike team, you take Pan then Gohan. Third is gonna be the Goten or Videl, most likely Goten then Videl, and fifth is gonna be the Goku, and last is gonna be the Hercule. Now we are getting to fight number 15. You start bringing your Z tiers in, and I will let you know how many you need to bring for each fight. For example, this one, I would advise one Z tier only, because it's a little bit annoying. It's not the hardest, but it's a little bit annoying, so one Z tier is enough for this fight number 15. What you do is the same as fight number 6 that we done earlier, so go back to that if you want more details. But basically you take Broly then Videl, third is gonna be Goten, fourth is gonna be the EX Gohan, fifth is Goku, and sixth is gonna be the Broly. Now let's get to number 16. This is the same as number 2, but it's a 5-fister. You can go back to number 2 if you want more details. However, for this one, I would advise only one Z tier, because it doesn't have too many buffs and it could be a little bit annoying. If you have like very strong Z tier, you can take both, no problem. Now, for this one, if you have a full blast team, you can take DKP then Goku. If you have a full strike team, you take Goku then DKP. And third is gonna be Bulma. Fourth is gonna be the blue Android 8. And 5 and 6 is gonna be the Tao then the Roshi. Now let's get to number 17, which is this one, and this one we've done it too many times before. It's the same as number 2. You can bring 2 Z tier to this fight, no problem, unless one of your Z tier is a low star purple character or red character. But generally you can bring 2 Z tier to this fight, it's not the hardest. You can check back the replays from previous fight that you did and see how you did with them, if you took a lot of damage or not, and you can just gauge on how to approach this fight. Do you need 2 Z tier or 1? If you took a lot of damage, you take 1. If you didn't, you take 2. Now, for this one, you take Vegeta first, then the Tag Unit second. Third is gonna be the Gohan. Fourth is gonna be the Kefla. If you have a lot of Goku, you do Kefla then Gohan. Fifth is Charlotte, and sixth is gonna be the EX Goku. Number 18, same as the previous one, you can take 2 Z tier, no problem, unless you have a low star or a very squishy blue characters, because there is 3 green enemy. It's gonna be annoying. If you have too many blues, don't take 2 Z tier. If you do not, you can take both. It's fine, no problem. Unless you have also a lot of purple, you can take your 2 blues, because the purple are gonna do the damage versus the greens. Now for this one, you take the Goku first because he can cover. Then second is gonna be one of the Super Warriors. The Krillin get his damage and cut depending on if there is Super Warriors alive. So if you kill Tien before him, he's not gonna have any buff, and you can take him 5th. If you want, you can take Krillin before Tien too, because Tien doesn't do too much anyway. Just take one of them 2nd, and the other is gonna go 5th. Third is gonna be Trunks. You have to eliminate Trunks before Vegeta, because Trunks can super if a Vegeta is dead, so he's gonna go 3rd. 4th is Vegeta, and 5th is gonna be the other Super Warrior, sorry. 6th is gonna be the Gohan, and that's basically it. Let me recap. You take Goku first, 2nd is one of the EXs, the other is gonna go 5th. 3rd is gonna be Trunks, you take him before Vegeta is important. Vegeta is gonna go 4th. 5th is gonna be the other Super Warrior, and last is gonna be the Gohan. Now let's get to the next one. Number 19, you can bring 2 Z tier to this one unless you have weak blue characters. I wouldn't advise it. Now for this fight, don't take too many blues too, because you have the 16 who could super if you attack him too much, and he gets buffs when he goes below 70% and 40% HP. So don't take too many blues, that's my advice. That's why I said earlier, blues are not the best for this season. Now for this targeting, you take the Green 21 first, because she can stun turn 2 and she can cover, so we take her first. I would advise to go either full blast or full strike, it's super important. Choose one, don't go mixed in this fight, because there is one blast cover and there is one strike cover. So if you want to get covered only once, you choose one of full blast or full strike. Second is gonna be the Red 21, because she does the most damage in this team. Third and fourth is gonna be either blue or purple 21. The blue one can support allies, the purple one is a little bit more tankier. Most of the time you take the blue before the purple. Fifth is the EX Gero, and last is gonna be 16. Just remember, don't take too many blues to this fight, especially the weak ones, because they will take too long killing 16, and if you take too long and he's still alive, he might super you. Now let's get to number 20. 20 is the same as number 12, go back to that if you want details, but basically if you can avoid taking any Super Saiyan to this fight, please do it, because the enemy can debuff HP restore if there is one Super Saiyan. However, for this one, because it's a super easy one, I would advise taking 2 Z tiers, so if one of them is Super Saiyan, it's fine, just take the debuffs. For this fight, you're gonna get a lot of points, you can bring the 2 Z tiers, and what you do is you take the full power first, then you're gonna take the purple Mecha Frieza second, third is gonna be the Pod Frieza, then 4 to 6 is gonna be the 3 remaining EX Friezas. If your team has a lot of yellows, I would advise taking the red Frieza 4th, because he's gonna be a little bit annoying since he is type advantage. Now let's get to number 21. 21, we've done it before, you can go back to fight number 7 I believe, and you're gonna have more details on this fight, but basically you can bring 2 Z tier to this one. It's not the hardest unless you struggled before. I would advise checking your replays from these fights and see if you took a lot of damage, if you struggled full KO, and determine if you need 1 or 2 Z tier. But most people, they can bring 2 Z tier, it's not very hard. What you do is you take the Tag Droid first, they're the most annoying. Second is gonna be the blue Trunks. Now if you have a lot of Frieza Force characters, take the yellow Trunks before the blue one, because he does extra damage to Frieza Force. Regardless, you take the blue Trunks before attacking any Gohan, because he can super if a Gohan is dead. After the blue Trunks, you take the Tag Unit, then you take the yellow Gohan, then you take the EX Green Gohan, and if you didn't take the Trunks second or third, you're gonna take him last. Now let's get to fight number 22. 22 is not the hardest one, but it can be a little bit tricky. I would advise at least one Z tier. If you have two very healthy Z tier and they are strong enough, at this point you can bring both, it's not a problem. Now what you do is, you take the tag unit first. You do not need to go full blast because I know this probably is not covering the characters here, so it's gonna be only one cover max. You can keep it strike if you want to and take the tag unit first. Second is gonna be one of the Broly's and the other is gonna be third. If you had the strike team, I would advise to take this green one before the blue one, just in case you didn't cover yet and you can avoid it. 4 and 5 is gonna be Goku and Frieza, doesn't matter too much. You take one for the other is gonna go 5th, and 6th is gonna be the Vegeta. Now let me recap. You do the tag unit first, 2nd and 3rd is gonna be the two Broly's. If you have a strike team, I would advise the green one before the blue one. Then 4 and 5 is gonna be Goku and Frieza, and 6th is gonna be Vegeta. Number 23 is actually a pretty hard one. For this fight, I wouldn't advise taking too many blue units, maybe one, maximum two, because of that 16 of course as always. And I would also advise to go full blast. You probably must go full blast because there is 5 strike cover, there is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, so your attacks are gonna be nullified every single time and it's gonna be annoying. You're gonna take more damage because the enemies are not dying, and that's gonna be a problem, so go full blast if possible. Now try to limit the amount of hybrid and Saiyans you have in your team, because this cell gets extra damage and extra ki per Saiyan and hybrid enemy. What you do for the targeting, you go full blast and you take the Super 17 first. You're gonna try to eliminate him before he attacks, because when he attacks he can debuff a good amount of the enemy team. He also does a lot of damage and can stack damage. Moreover, you're gonna take the purple cell second, he's the second most annoying. Third is gonna be the yellow. We usually take the yellow late because we have because we have two death buff units, we're gonna take him before them. Then after that we're gonna take 4 and 5, these two characters. They can give allies damage inflicted if they die, and we're gonna leave them as late as possible, so they're not gonna be super annoying with the death buffs. Now 6th is gonna be the android number 16, and that's because he can get buffs when he goes below 40%, 70% HP, and overall he's super annoying, so we take him very late and try to Rising Rush him if possible, but it's a 3-phase you probably kill before Rising Rush. I wouldn't advise taking weak blue character, I would advise only one Z tier if possible. It's not worth taking 2 Z tier for this fight if one of them is gonna die, especially you have only 2 left and you prefer taking them for the last fights because they give more points. Number 24 is very easy, same as number 12, you can go back if you want more details, but for this fight specifically you can bring your 2 Z tiers. It's a very easy one and it's the one before the last, so it's gonna give a lot of points, so bring your 2 Z tiers if possible. And what you're gonna do is take the full power first, then the Mecha Frieza, third is gonna be the Pod Frieza, 4 to 6 is gonna be the 3 EX Frieza. If you have a lot of yellow, take the EX Frieza 4 and the other gonna be 5 and 6. If not, you can take him last, no problem. Now let's get to the last fight. But before, remember, don't put anyone in the bottom row because of the Blue Zamasu debuffs. It's the same as number 12, you can go back for more details, but basically do not take many blue characters to this fight, especially the ones that are low HP. If you have a high HP character who is blue, it's fine to take him. Also, do not take weak Z tiers, for example the one that dropped low HP or they're almost dead, or weak blue units, because of this Rose who can super turn 1. Now, if you already have more than 80-85 million points, you're not gonna really need a lot of Z tiers. 1 Z tier is gonna be enough. If you have more than 90 million points, you don't need Z tiers at all. Now what you do is you're gonna take the Rose first, second is gonna be either Goku Black, the other is gonna go third. If you have a high damaging team, you can take the blue then the red one. If you have a low damaging team, you take the red then the blue one, because the red can debuff from turn 3 and you try to eliminate him before turn 3. Fourth is gonna be the red Zamasu, fifth is gonna be the green Zamasu, and last is gonna be the blue Zamasu. That's basically it for this season. I hope you enjoyed. If you have a question, let me know in the comment, and have a good one.